Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Robocraft with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to Factory Fun, the series in which you tell me which robots to try from the community factory, and I do so to the very best of my ability, giving my honest first impressions, and of course, rating the bot out of 5 in both style and combat. In today's episode, we have Apollo by Skilled Robot 2.0. Apollo is the god of many things, but in this world, he is mainly the god of healing. The Menders heal around you, while Constructors give a strong focused heal. Plasma is a secondary, so this is quite a weird one. I have not really seen many dedicated healers for the last month or so, to be perfectly honest, and the last time we did a healer on Factory Fun was a very, very long time ago, so hopefully we can get all this sorted and not completely mess everything up. Now, I have been told in the comments that this is a robot which is much better in Battle Arena and Elimination, not so much for Pit, as you can imagine, and for Team Deathmatch, which is actually quite surprising. I found that some healers can be pretty good in Team Deathmatch if the team sticks together. So really, if you're in a platoon, having one healer can be absolutely fantastic, and that of course means a robot which is more dedicated towards healing, as many robots just have a single or, well, 2 nano weapons here and there, just to make sure they can get some extra points. So either way, we're going to purchase it for the full forge cost as always, and we're going to test it out in Elimination to see how we do. Now, I will say, before we get into that, there is of course the issue of medics tend to do well or poorly depending on the group they are with, so there is always a chance we're going to see quite a bad match even if the robot's good, or a good match even if the robot's bad, just based on the team we are with, so we will try to take that into consideration as much as possible. Okay, so we have the Constructors and the Menders like that, just making sure I knew where they were in terms of hotkeys. So, let's get into an elimination and see how we do. Hi there, Future Lathrix here. Before we get into the first battle, I would just like to say I do eventually notice that there is a power module on this robot. It's not specified in the description of the robot or the comment suggesting this robot, so I completely miss it, at least for the first half of this video. I honestly thought it was a hover. When I was first looking at the robot, I saw that, and I simply thought it was a hover on the center. I didn't notice it was glowing, and I completely derped up. It's worth mentioning because I do actually mention the fact I would love if this robot had a power module, and well, there it is on the bottom the entire time. I would also like to say my speech is a little bit off during this video. I've currently got a bit of a summer flu, and my throat feels horrible, and talking is remarkably difficult at the moment, so a little bit of patience and a little bit of slack would be very much appreciated. Thank you for that, and back into the first battle. From Future Lathrix. Here we go, into the first elimination battle. Let's see how we can do. So, what we really want to do is stick around in as big a group as possible. I've also decided not to use camera controls, just because I believe that I'm going to want to be in very specific positions quite a bit, and having the robot constantly turn around every time I try and look around might end up messing that up. I may regret the decision in the future. Also, apparently we have 2 very dedicated medics on our team, so that's pretty darn good. You can be healed, so can you. Let's get down a little bit, we're far too high, and let's heal you up. Burst healing! Well, we're in a pretty good position right now. This is what I was kind of looking for. Now, where's that little Tesla fellow gone? There he is. Spinning around in the corner. Hopefully he will actually do some damage in a while. I've always found that for medics, disc shield modules are actually pretty good, especially if you're going to play a lot of elimination. Sorry, in your way, that is completely my fault. And let's just keep you healed up. Let's do the bigger heals, because why not? So in terms of controls, it feels absolutely fine. I have absolutely no issues at all with controls, and the nanos do seem to be in quite good positions. Now, the idea in the comments section was you should get into the middle of the group, and then if you use the auto heal, which of course is right click, you can heal everyone at once. Your nanos can reach all 360, so you can heal everyone a little bit. Which of course is very, very good for score, it must be said. Ooh, there's an enemy just over there. Oh, I was just about to do that. Okay, thank you, my friend. Let's get a bit closer to the front lines. Big heals, there we are. Our team is currently 1 down, I think. No, you survived, never mind. I thought you'd died. Oh, there you are. At least the enemy's walking over. Everyone's got disc shields, and I'm now completely out of power, which is very, very annoying, it must be said. Who do I focus heal on out of these two? I'm going to say this guy, because he is very, very damaged. And then let's focus the guy on the side. Uh-oh, we are now starting to lose. Ah, that's why our team has split up and theirs hasn't. Guys, over here, please. I feel like we're about to get knocked out of this section. And you are so close to dying it hurts. Come on, big heals. There we go. Disc shield module, well done. And a little coughing fit there, which required the muting of the mic. All of the disc shield modules. I kind of want you to use my plasma here, just because how bunched up they are, but at the same time I feel like just keeping everyone else healed, especially the guys with the shredders, might be the best idea. Oh, you no longer have the shredders. And I have nowhere near enough power to heal you up quickly. A power module would actually do pretty well on this. I've never really thought of power module plus nanos. Perhaps because I just don't play nanos much anymore. Not really thought of what I should use nanos. Like I said earlier, the disc shield on a dedicated healer can be fantastic to deny the enemy some healing. Sorry, deny the enemy some damage. But I guess yeah, power module, particularly with the larger healing weapons. Okay, we're going to need the big healers now, because he's going right to the front. Yes, one of them died, excellent. Just keep this guy up with the larger heal, just to make sure he can do as much damage as possible, try and get another kill. We are going to win this, fantastic. I kind of want to do a little bit of damage. And there's our lovely little Tesla fellow coming in. That has been so massively popularised by Gromek and everyone at the moment, I'm seeing it everywhere. Even in team deathmatches, doesn't seem to do as well in team deathmatch, but in terms of elimination, it's fantastic. And that is ghost damage. Of course, I can't record a single elimination battle without some ghost damage going on. Also, I can't heal him, even though he's not at full health. Well, that's weird. Okay, well, I'm not being attacked or damaged, so I think I can sit here. Some really cool-looking robots on our team. Okay, good. He knows what to do. He's left the area. Fantastic. Well, might as well get some extra healing points. No harm there. Oh, who died to heal? No, get off the point. Get off the. Darn it. Yep, we're gonna have to do this again. Well done, Free Jam. Oh, well done. Okay, so the score is currently like this. Before I get extra score for all the healing I'm about to do, because well, we're about to get a load of extra healing, and currently I'm in the lead anyway. Just to make sure people realise I'm not in the lead purely because of this silliness which is happening right now. Well done, robot. Well done. So then, first, wow, look at that score. Look how much healing I managed to do. How did I get a kill? Or do damage? What? Did I even use my plasma? When did I get a kill? Well, that's really weirded me out. I'm gonna have to look back at the footage before the next battle just to see how on earth I got that. So, overall opinion then. At the moment, I feel like, in terms of style, it's not very pretty. I'm going to be brutally honest, I don't think it looks particularly good. It looks like something I would build, so I'm going to give that a 2. Please bear in mind, a 2 isn't a terrible score, it's just below average. In terms of combat, I'm going to give it a 4. I haven't seen how well it takes damage, but yes, the nanos are in a very good place, the controls are really good. I just feel like there isn't much more to it. I feel like if we do start taking damage from the front, and particularly from the sides, the hovers are going to be quite vulnerable. I may change my mind about this before the end of the episode. Please bear that in mind, just because I haven't really been able to be attacked yet, so I haven't seen quite a few different things. So with that, let's get into a second elimination, because as I've always said, the reason why I don't do Battle Arena is because I don't have enough experience in Battle Arena, so if I do go in there, I may rate the bot worse because of my lack of experience in that particular game mode. In Elimination Deathmatch, I have played a lot, and so I can generally give a pretty good opinion of the robot in those particular game modes. Second elimination, let's get started. So while we're queuing in a oddly long queue time, I just looked back at the last little bit of footage, and it turns out I may have used the plasma at the end. In fact, I did use the plasma at the end, and that was completely my fault, not paying attention and forgetting I had even done that. I blame the fact I'm actually rather ill at the moment and I've got a fever. It's completely the fever's fault, none of my own. So, we're going to try and stick with our team as much as possible. Oh look, there's an enemy called Leo Lath. I'm going to pretend that's because of me. Now, who do I stick with? Who looks the tankiest? Well, you tried to jump on me. That's not a particularly positive start. I'm going to stick with the mechs. Particularly the mech with all the big stuff. Oh, I thought it was a flak on its head. Nope, it's a girl face. I honestly thought that was a flag. We have a squid. That's not the girl from the Squid Game. Wow, the Squid Game. I have just completely forgot the name of that. Oh, come on, I actually played that for a while. It's the game where you need to put ink everywhere, and the enemy's ink is not as good as your ink, so let's get the ink of yours. You know what, I'm just going to leave it as that. Even if I remember what the darn thing's called, I'm not going to say what the darn thing's called, and you can all try and guess what on earth I'm trying to talk about. 5 points to whoever guesses first. These are totally legit points and will be very useful in the future. Went out of my way there to heal that fellow. Oh, he's got like a little shield on the side, that's pretty cool. Climbing walls, pretty effective, and we flipped. Well, at least we did self right. Using the bigger heal here, since this is the deciding start, one of the enemies are already dead, and he has positioned himself fantastically. Well done, you. I kind of want them to hit me just so I can see how well I can take damage. One plasma got absorbed mostly by the shield. Not really too much to worry about there. You go ahead of me, not behind me. Okay, front hover is exposed but didn't get destroyed. Okay, that's pretty good. So that little bit of armor on the top actually did just save the hover, despite the fact it looks a little bit flimsy. Always nice to know bits aren't connected too closely together. Heal you. Oh, come on your health bar it says you've lost a little bit of health, and I've just lost loads of health because I'm not paying attention. Use the bigger healer for a second. There we are. Push them back. Suddenly, I'm really missing the days of having a Megabot. This kind of reminded me of that. There's their guy who's hitting me currently, and EMP just went off. I think knocking out 2 of them. Well done, whoever just used that EMP. Good shot. Maybe EMP would be good on the healer. I'm just trying to think of like what modules would I use on this robot. I'm currently stuck. Thank you for not moving. Let me get behind, thank you. To be fair though, I shouldn't have been that far ahead, that was my fault as well. Seems like 2 of them are actively going after me since they now know I'm the healer. Wow, what a pushback, we were doing quite well there. I don't really want to jump down to heal up just because I feel like we could easily lose a robot. Yeah, my positioning right now, zero situational awareness. Once again, totally the fever's fault, not my own. Ow. Healed up, there we are. I am definitely using the cheaper. Yeah, I am good. Don't really want to be using the more expensive one right now. I just want to be able to do little bits of heals everywhere. Wow, my speech, the stammering at the moment. Come on, just let me talk. Kill the enemies in the name of my speech. Particularly you, black-haired girl. That's awesome. Look at that guy. I don't quite know what it's referencing, but I know that it's an art bot, and art bots are awesome. Let me get through so I can do some big heals on this guy. I want some more points, damn it. Thank you. And that is us victorious, and no bug this time. Glorious. And once again, we get first place via the power of healing and really bad situational awareness. Will we get anything shiny? I do like shiny things. We get a ski. And a shield, and an arrow rod, so we get a few shiny things. So then, what are my final thoughts of this robot? Well, ignoring what must be the fourth coughing fit of the episode, let's continue then with my final thoughts of Apollo. Well, first of all, it turns out there is a power module on this robot. This was not mentioned in the description of the robot, and it wasn't mentioned in the comment suggesting this robot, so sadly I did completely miss it. Now, thankfully, I did notice this before giving my final verdict, so yay for that. I am really happy this power module is here, purely because we were power-starved throughout the vast majority of the 2 battles we played, so yay for that being there. I must have seen that and simply thought it was a hover. In fact, now I'm thinking back, when I first looked at the robot, I'm almost certain I gave it a quick turnaround and just thought, okay, so there's a hover on the inside, there's thrusters here, not realising, oh, it's a power module. I really don't see them enough apparently, so yay for that. Anyway, my final verdict is, despite the fact I don't think it really looks overly fantastic, to be perfectly honest, it definitely plays a lot better than it looks. The nanos are placed very well, it's definitely sturdier than it looks, and because of the thrusters, it's very easy to control, it's quick to turn, and has a decent speed. It's actually quite quick to get to its maximum speed, so I'm really happy with that, as all of those aspects definitely make a pretty decent healer, so I would highly recommend the robot. The only thing I will say, which I would love to see different, is I would love a version of this robot to be uploaded without the flags, without the carbon 6 thrusters, and without the power module, because it is a little bit more expensive than it otherwise has to be, especially with the flags and the carbon 6, because they don't really add functionality to the robot when you could easily swap out the carbon 6 for the regular thrusters. Now, of course, you can do the forge cost, which means you use items in your inventory to actually purchase the robot. However, not everyone is going to have very specific cosmetics, and not everyone is going to have the legendary, which is the carbon 6 thruster, if it is indeed still legendary. Now, I've said that, a lot of things have changed recently. Okay, so it is still, so now it is epic, but I'm assuming it is still more expensive. No, it's actually the same cost. Wow, that patch actually changed the cost of them as well. I'm really thankful on my free-to-play run, I sold the carbon 6 thrusters I actually got, so never mind then, ignore the fact with the carbon 6 thrusters, only apply it to the flags and the power module. So a few things missed then during the episode. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and of course shows that Robocraft is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Now, if you would like to see your robot in a future episode of Factory Fun, then please in the comment section below leave your username, the robot's name, how much CPU the robot is, and what weapon and movement type the robot uses. If you have any specific requests, such as don't play in Team Deathmatch, please also tell me there, and if you have something like a power module which is hiding underneath the robot, please tell me in the comments, because I could always miss it. Either make sure it's in the comments or in the description of the robot itself. Now, before I go, I will say one last thing. If you are after this robot, please copy the name in the description below, because that will include the color code and all that kind of stuff, so you can actually find it. If you simply search for Apollo, you won't find this robot. Or of course, you could always of course search for the username of the robot. So, thank you again for watching. I'm going to go take a long rest now, take some medicine, and hopefully the next time I record, my speech will be a bit less slurry. Liking that, hopefully. Thank you for watching, I'll see you next time, and goodbye.